And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
A gain of 13. It's a first. First down.
First down, Vikings.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Good route here.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Cousins. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. On 3rd down, Cousins being chased out left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Whitney merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Watson now going to run the option right. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Hey, Clifford. Run out. Hey, Clifford. Check 3.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Switch. Check 43. Yellow.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins, a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Accelerating, and off he goes. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. 25 yards. And the Texans are in for 6.
Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally had some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second down, Cousins. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
I know, he's easy.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Cousins able to connect with Treadwell for a Minnesota first. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Here's Cousins. Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. 11 more on that one and another first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 4 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game at 7. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I don't think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
From the gun, here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Rush in. Run 24.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Good set. 19. Check. Walk 54.
Tighten up.
From the red zone now, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Get off the field. Alert 3.
Watson hands this to Foreman. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Right there.
Out of the gun, Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Next to score, Texans 14, Vikings 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Throwing his Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Body Calhoun. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
After the interception, here's Watson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get it.
Throwing again is Watson. Throw left side complete to QT. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Right there.
The final shot before the break. Watson escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Caught left side, Hopkins. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Watch the screen. Pass. Mike, 55.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll toss it to Miller. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Set. 19. Check. 55 to Mike. 65. 24. 65. Mike. Hey, we got to snap it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's got some space here. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins buying time to his left. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down, but they'll get it back.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Hey, receiver. Check. 49. Check 49.
Cousins steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the screen. Wide. Watch the ship.
And the blitz does come. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Cousins on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And this will be a touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Here we go.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to it after the pick 6. Cousins got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
You got time. Black. Tighten up.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st and 10, Cousins. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To try again after the sack. Cousins. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Texans 21, Vikings 7.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. On the right side, this is Miller. And now the juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Miller. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the gun, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They start the drive with Cook. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run it again with Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. And this is going to be intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
What is that? 19! Mike 5-4. Check pass. Check pass. Check. 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 Another time. Ah!
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. It's complete to Fuller. Give him 32 on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Right there, 54. Right there.
And Watson's going to throw it here. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson dancing to his left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Reset. 19. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Let's go, D. Let's go. 59.
On first down, it's Watson. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all?
Second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly